Can't hear you.
How about now?
I can hear you now. I can hear you now.
Italian bedders.
Hey, can you see me properly? I'm trying to get in the light so you can see my full Italian kind of vibes.
Yeah, you look beautiful.
Are you in some kind of quarantine? Like,
Are you recording this?
yeah. Are you in like
I'm
a
in
quarantine like plastic bag?
No, I'm in my daughter's room. I just
You-
built this bed. It's like a small child poster bed with
Have
a
you made
lovely,
her a little? Oh, that's nice.
hanging princess drape thing.
You're a much better dad than me.
So do you want to see? Do you want to see my quarantine pal here? This is Teddy.
Oh, hello. What's he called?
Teddy.
Nice, original.
I've also got I've got some great literature up here to keep me company as well. Jungle sounds. Who doesn't like a bit of jungle?
Oh, lovely bit of jungle sound.
Play with Meerkat. I fucking hate that book.
Yeah.
One of my favourite, Owl Babies.
Owl Babies. Hold on. Let me get the book that you got me for.
I found this thoughtful and inspiring, so I can recommend Owl Babies to anyone.
This, worryingly, is my son's favourite book that you got me for my birthday.
Oh yeah, that's a really good one.
Creatures with
Cars.
We can go through it if you want. A particular.
That is a marvellous book.
Where's the good one?
Well, give us the hits. Couple of the hits.
Couple of hits. Okay, we've got the almost hidden tree sloth.
Yeah,
it's a good one. Oh yeah, the common testy fly.
Very good.
Yeah. One more. Considering the current cause of the rona, the bat.
Excellent.
There we go. Speaking of the rona, Matt, it seems that you might have.
Well, first of all, Mark, how's your hair doing? Because this is getting mental.
My hair's all right.
That.
Yeah, yours is getting poofy. I'm dealing with it by just putting half a barrel.
You're just slapping it down, aren't you? Like
I'm
an
doing
Italian.
I'm doing a Joey from Friends from the '90s job.
Yeah, or some lower ranked Italian mafioso in The Godfather.
Why lower ranked?
Guy who's might help knock off a cigarette truck or something like that.
Why just that?
I don't know.
Yeah. Why can't I be like, you know?
Unless you live with a hairdresser, surely we've only got there's a couple of decisions. Well, there's a decision to make, isn't it? You either just let it go fucking wild and wear hats,
yeah,
or I'm thinking of just going like number one all over because I've never.
Well, then I'm now going. I don't care because I'm not at work and people won't take the piss. So I'm just putting half a ton of oil on it.
I think it's working for you.
Yeah, well, it means I'll get through the stupid middle stage by the time this is all over, and I'll just have long hair. I'll just shave the fucking thing off. Anyway, less about the hair. How's your health? You're not well, are you?
I might have a touch of the Rona.
You got the Rona. You got the old Miley Cirus.
I've caught it. I actually have. It's pretty mild. I'm like 2 days in now. It's actually pretty mild, thankfully. So
yeah.
See how it goes in the next few days. But I did get in touch with. I have a client who comes to the studio who's a doctor who makes techno.
Yeah, he's a big hunky beast. He is. Right. If I had a girlfriend, I wouldn't want to introduce him to her.
He's a young doctor.
He is so good looking and perfect teeth. He's tall. His legs are like tree trunks. He looks like he's hung like a shire horse, and he's a doctor.
Well, I can't wait for him to see this after that wonderful endorsement.
He won't watch, and if he is watching,
I was just going to say that he's really good at making techno, and
one of his tracks is on our Chrysalid mix.
Luke Sandler, you can check him out on SoundCloud, I guess. But anyway, he's fully, he works in the hospitals on the.
I'm going all shadowy.
So,
how do I get out?
So I gave him a text, and I sent him a text and explained my symptoms.
So just to reiterate, he is he's an A&E.
That's what I've just said. While you were talking and messing around with your lighting, I was explaining that, Mark.
Sorry.
He is a doctor and works in London hospitals. And he said, yeah, you've probably got the coronavirus. Yeah, it sounds like you've got coronavirus. So I am quarantined in this little room.
It really looks like you're in some kind of like movie quarantine, like plastic, like ET style. You know,
it's just a child's bedroom. There's not much more to say
that's
about it than that, other than the bed is pretty uncomfortable because it's made for a small person. And,
I know. I put your daughter to bed on it and laid there for 4 hours. Well, for an hour and a half, watching the same 3-minute cartoon over and over again. The Hungry Caterpillar. So anyway, go through your symptoms. What are you feeling?
Well, I just started with a sore throat and a headache. I've still got that. And the old lymph nodes here just kind of swelled up. And that's when I thought that's definitely a virus. That's not allergies. This is kind of, that neck thing that you get. And then sometimes you shortness of breath.
You're getting the shortness of breath thing.
Yeah, but it's not turned into anything major right now. To be honest, if it stays like last night was pretty brutal. I was waking up with sweats and stuff like that. But I think also there is some, because I've stopped vaping and drinking. Because
you stopped smoking yesterday.
Vaping, yeah. I mean, I don't smoke. I do vape.
So, yeah.
But you know what it's like. If you vape like I do, like every 5 minutes.
Of course.
10 minutes later, you've got withdrawal symptoms.
Of course.
Yeah.
You got the
having 40 something hours without vaping. I'll always have a glass of wine or whatever in the evening. So none of that and everything like that. So that probably added to what was going on last night.
So you're ill and ratty.
Exactly. I'm jonesing and I've got the rona virus.
Jonesing
at the same time. So
what does jonesing mean?
Jonesing means when you're coming off like heroin or whatever, you're jonesing for the heroin.
Getting the old.
You got the shakes.
Yeah.
Yeah. But no, I think if it stays like this, we'll see what happens, because most people seem to come down and it gets better.
You don't seem too bad. If this is it, I reckon you can ride this out.
I'm good, because I tell you what, last year, January, I had the flu, and that was way worse than this. That had me like 10 days on my back, couldn't sit up, couldn't do anything. So like if it's like this, then I'm quite happy that I'm getting it out of the way now. At least then, maybe for the next year, I might be kind of covered. I might have the antibodies, and I might not have to work too much.
Until we'll
see, Mark. I don't know.
Until it mutates.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably just going to be like the common cold. We're probably just going to get it again next year, aren't we? So and they just need to come up with a vaccine. Otherwise, we're fucked.
Oh, we are fucked. Yeah. Well, I'm sorry you've got it, mate. You do.
We're all getting it, Mark. Don't worry. I'm just.
Well, we can record when I get it, and you probably won't say sorry because you're a bit meaner. But
you need to fucking, be a bit more careful, don't you? Because you've got asthma and.
I've got an autoimmune.
And you smoke some fags at the weekend.
I don't smoke fags at the weekend. I smoke when I drink. So and that's not all the time. Like I don't even drink every weekend. So, but since lockdown, I've been drinking every day.
Exactly.
So.
Well, so was I, and right up until two nights ago.
Yeah. Normally, I don't drink midweek or anything like that. So.
I wasn't just drinking. I was getting hammered. I was.
Yeah. I mean, I was going to approach this on the next podcast, but. Let's do it now. I'm drinking a lot more.
Okay.
I'm drinking a lot more, and gambling has become an issue in that.
Oh no!
No, it was already
Mark's addictions are coming out.
No. I already had it. Not a gambling addiction, but I was already gambling a lot. But I've been gambling on the weirdest shit, like Tibetan under 21 women's league.
What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
I bet a $5
Women's league what?
Tibetan football.
Football.
Tibetan under 21 women's football.
Well, you're just having a. I mean, what? How are you up on the numbers in that sport? How much Tibetan women's league football have you been watching?
Well, I haven't been watching any. I just see a match, and then what I do is wait until 70 minutes before the end, see what the score is, and put a fiver on whoever seems to be winning. And then 9 times out of 10, I lose.
Mark Ford, ladies and gentlemen.
So, yeah. There we go.
I need some shit like that to do. I was thinking of, because all I've got, I was unprepared for this. Obviously, it came on so quick.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, right, all this, you bloody better be very careful, because I was being very careful out there. I was anal about the whole hand washing thing, never touching my face. Only going to the shops when I needed to go there, only grabbing food that I definitely needed, and then immediately hand gel after I'd come out of the shop.
Yeah.
All of that. When I was in the studio, anytime I left the studio to go to the bathroom, hand wash. So I was always in the studio. I watched the video of the last podcast, and you can see me, because I touch my face a lot. I'm like, see me in the video, and I'm looking at myself going, that guy's going to get coronavirus. Definitely. Yeah. But the fact is, when I was in the studio, I knew that I'd scrubbed my hands, so I was isolated.
Yeah.
And I still fucking got it.
Yeah, I'm definitely getting it. Definitely getting it.
You're definitely getting it. So get prepared,
I briefly told you a story, what happened to me yesterday, but I'm going to tell it again for the sake of the pod, because it's a cracker. So I went shopping yesterday to Co-op, and when I came out of Co-op, you can't really see me. I came out of Co-op, there was a woman stood outside with a face mask on, and she looked very unwell. And she said, I suppose I'm going to do the voice. I don't suppose you got any money, love, do you? I'm very unwell. And I was like, yeah, let me have a look, darling, no worries. And I had a look in my bag, and I pulled out a £2 coin. I was annoyed at that point, because you want to pull out, if you pull out the 2, she knows you've got the 2.
50p.
Yeah. See, I pulled out the 2 quid. So, and at that point, she went, I've got the coronavirus. And I took 3 steps back. And then she went, also, I've got diabetes and HIV.
Oh, no.
And at that point, obviously, I'm not, prejudiced against people with HIV. It's not the 80s, for God's sake.
No, obviously, but you're a human.
What a bowl of cherries life is sometimes, a poor woman. So 2 quid was the least I could have done, but what a moment. It was.
How many more steps did you back off when she said?
I didn't. No, because what I did do, I said, I hope you don't find me rude, but I'm going to put this money on this ledge here. Like,
I'll just put that there for you, and you can grab that ledge.
No, she totally understood. I was like, nothing rude. And she goes, yeah, people are funny when I say I've got HIV, and I was like, it's not about that. It's the coronavirus. But
that's weird, isn't it? That shows how times have changed.
Yeah,
I don't worry about the AIDS. That's fine.
Although I learned today from my flatmate's girlfriend that the former South African Prime Minister or President slept with a lady who turned out she had HIV, and he showered to wash the AIDS off. That's how thick he is.
Was this in the 80s?
No, this was recently. He also can't read and can't count.
Wow.
Yeah, I know. New fact of the day. Sorry if I've offended any South Africans out there, but I think you all know about it. But
anyway, well, I think we should probably leave it there and maybe reconvene in a day. Let's reconvene, because I'm gonna need to do this again. I think I'm gonna start going crazy in here on my own.
All right, mate. Well, we'll do. This is a little clip for maybe Instagram, and then we'll do a proper YouTube podcast when you're better.
Well, I will do a YouTube podcast. Next week.
All right. Well, love you. Get better.
Love you too. Get betters.
Bye-bye.
And everyone else out there, get betters, everybody. If you've got
get betters. Stay home. Stay safe. See you in a bit.
See you in a bit.